You know, all mouth and no depth, just mouth. Because if they are not, why should this be happening in Nigeria right now? Why should this be happening? You know how they told us that they removed history from the Nigerian curriculum because they didn't want sentiment, because of the war, the civil war. But history just got reintroduced to the Nigerian educational system. And guess what? Guess what they put inside here? See, before now, my son came and asked me, I said, Dad, I thought Igbos were the third biggest tribe in Nigeria. I said, yes. He said, how come there is no Igbo in their history book? I was shocked. I took their book and I looked at it. All the history of all the major tribes in Nigeria. We have the Hausa state, Kanuri Empire, Nupe, Igala, Yorubas, Bini Kingdom, Efik, Niger Delta, and Shekiri. No Igbo. For a tribe that has almost 5 to 6 states in Nigeria, no Igbo whatsoever. The painful part of it is that, you see this Efik here, no, I bet, Efik people want to know vessel, but see this Efik here, they put them on purpose. It was put here on purpose to let the Igbos know that we know what we are doing and we are. I don't want to talk about the people that wrote the book, but this is the junior secondary school revised. This is the junior secondary school revised standard edition, JS1. The funny part is that our biggest flex as Igbos is just two things: to build houses and paint them white so we can show them every December on Twitter, on social media, and of course name our children Jewish names. That's the only thing that we know how to do best right now. Because if this is happening, like, we have been erased from our history. Rubbish.
I believe you understood the message perfectly. That Igbo has been totally erased from Nigeria history book. Remember, they removed history from Nigeria because of the civil war. They don't want our children, they don't want people to know what happened. They don't want people to understand the journey of Igbo in Nigeria, the pains, our struggle, and zero gains. So they removed the history. Now that they have reintroduced the history book, unfortunately, Igbo is still not included. Bini, Ijo, Efik, Ishekiri, other minority tribe is there, but the major tribe were there for Nigeria, they wipe them away. And that is why this man is speaking up. That is why he's speaking out, and that is why he's angry. He said that Igbo people are very lazy and docile. Why should this be happening while everybody sit down? I call it docility and weakness. Our people are no longer strong. The only thing they do now, when our men are busy watching blue film and water, what do you expect? Who will speak for us? Now I have checked the authors of the book, and I also went further to check who is the Minister of Education in Nigeria, and I wasn't really surprised when I found out the names of the authors. What do you expect? To you are surprised, but I don't think I'm surprised.
You started by trying to insult General Igbo. If you have dictated that something like this has happened, it doesn't take you to insult the Igbo race. You could either ask government in Igbo land and the others, in a place that you could not blame them, what about the teachers, or should I call them lecturers, whatever they call themselves? Why didn't they raise alarm, or is it not yet shifted to eastern region, Biafran territory? It is not Igbo in general that you to insult in the names Igbos, whatever you call it. I want you to retrieve that language and straight it to the governors. These are the same governor who doesn't find it a second before they start killing and attacking Igbo interests in the name they are in a show of force. Everything is show of force. If you did not quickly do what they say, they invite army, invite navy, invite everything to come and kill our people. But when Fulani commit a kidnapping and killing our people, you will never hear them. Soludo have never make a mention of Fulani in his state. If Fulani kill people finish, he go to the America, he tell them that Igbos are terrorists. The other one, the Hope Uzodinma, he said that the Fulani is his blood brothers. Therefore, their sin is forgiven. Whatever they do, they kill our people. That means we don't have governors. What you have is foreign emissaries in our land. When it's time for them to defend the interests of Igbo, they will look the other way. Is it the first time? They have done budgetary and exclude Igbo states. Do you hear any governor say anything? These are the people you will be asking questions, not Igbos. And when they tell you that we need to leave Nigeria, people like you will not subject to that. That is why you don't know where to channel your case. You came out on the public telling the Igbo people whatever you say you think in your own mind, which is back to the same that Igbos are not that. I don't wish Igbo that, and they will never be that. If Yoruba terrorists decided to smuggle history, is that our fault? If Fulani, a foreigner from Futajeron, they are not Nigerians. Yorubas are not Nigerians. Yoruba is from Cotonou, and they migrated into Igbo land, into Nri territory. Where they are living today is a borrowed territory from Nri dynasty. So if that foreigner is writing your history, what can Yoruba write about Igbo? They don't know our history, and they knew the consequences of putting Igbo in a bad right. That's why they totally avoided Igbo. How the hell in the world you think that somebody with a minister of education will write such a history and pass to the populace to study? That is to show you they are terrorists. The same thing the Fulani is practicing is the same thing Yoruba is also practicing. Terrorism. They have never ruled Nigeria. Obasanjo, how many people do you think he have killed in Nigeria? If Obasanjo have not killed people in Nigeria, he have killed up to 20 million people in Nigeria, and that is the Yoruba leader. Look at this one today, marching order, kill here, kill there. They're killing people everywhere. Do you hear him talking? If America try to stop it, he will rush to Turkey to counter America, not to stop the killings. So these are terrorists. Doesn't make us worthless, my friend. Don't use that language. It's not for us. It's not for Igbo race. Then what I can tell you today is you have done your best. If you see something like this, you present the Igbo in a way, in a situation that we all have to defend ourselves. Do not throw it on Igbos. Alright? This is the first time, to be honest, we are hearing something like this. We are going to put it to the channel because people like you are supposed to know that Igbos are fighting everything to leave Nigeria. It's not for us. Biafrans. Alright? I am using this opportunity to tell Ogenkere, Biafran government in exile, to please take a look to this man's complaint and make sure you ban, if that is true, ban this type of rubbish, this terrorist junk called Yoruba history. They don't know the history of, a foreigner cannot write the history of the people they met. You don't know our history. Yoruba actually don't know who is H. Yoruba don't know who is Urobo. Yoruba is from Cotonou. They are from Dahomey. They don't know nothing about Igbo history. What do you want them to write about us? It is time we write our history. It is time we define who we are. It's the good thing they have done to us. That's the best time for us to now sit down and define our history, define who we are. For the first time in the history, Yoruba have done us a favor. We can now sit down and draft our history. We are not expecting to be in their history because we are Biafra. But if you are going to bring something in Igbo land without Igbo, notice that is on its own null and void. The history, whatever sheet paper they write, cannot even make it. It goes back to them because a non-Nigeria cannot write Nigeria history. Yoruba is from Dahomey. You can go and watch it from Dahomey side. Fulani from Futajeron. Go to Futajeron and do your terrorism. Nigeria is for Hausa, Sago, Kingdom, and the Nri people. Alright? Others can go wherever they come from because since they came to this land, it's all about killing, and non-stop killing. That is not our culture. If that is what will bring enmity between us and you, okay, we are not for killing. We are nourishing and they live and let live. That is our culture. It can never match with killing of innocent people. That's all. If that is the crime we commit, we will commit it till forever, till eternity. We are not for killing. We are live and let live people, the children of Abraham. If you don't like it, Yoruba, go on and do whatever you want to do. You cannot write our history because if you put us in a bad light, we take you to Hague to explain more. That's why you purposely exempt us because our case is a very stubborn one for you. You can't handle it. And Mr. Man, Igbo have nothing to do with something somebody write and smuggle in. Now that you found it out, I hope that Ogenkere will handle it very well by banning it from anybody bringing that type of trash into Biafran territory. And that's all. And when they ask you to support what they are doing, what we are doing, not what they are doing, because I can see that there's no way in Nigeria. So when they ask us to support, you support. Don't say it doesn't concern you. Now you are looking for people to help you. If you don't give them money, you are making them irrelevant. But if you are contributing to them, you are making them relevant. And when you make them relevant, they will make Igbo relevant. That is why they need your support by all means necessary. They need my support by all means necessary. Please forward this information by yourself. Me, I am forwarding it down. I'm going to send this video. I call him by the name. The Biafra government in exile under Ogenkere. This is the only person for now working for the interest of Biafran people, making sure that we leave Nigeria for good.